So we're going to start showing you how to do the whole publish process in iOS. And it's kind of a similar process. Sometimes a little bit, some part is simpler, sometimes harder. Okay. Again, we're just going to follow some tutorial to do it together with Flutter. Okay, so it's not actually too bad. The iOS publishing before used to be harder, but then I think they have greatly simplified a lot of process. So first thing, again, as usual, anytime before you publish an app, make sure you can run it. Okay, now we're talking about iOS. Let's try to run it in the iOS simulator. Okay, make sure you can run it. If something is wrong, then when you publish, it will be too late. Okay, so starting the iOS emulator. Again, you don't. It doesn't matter if you don't have iOS like Mac. It just gave you some ideas on how this process works, what's the difference, and at one point you probably will need it. All right, so let's get this one. Take some time. All right, so now it starts. It's a little bit slower than I thought. By the way, has anyone published the Apple version as well? I saw one submission was rejected. I didn't look at the detail, but just resubmit it again. All right. So here we go. Now let's run the app. Okay, so go here to run the app. Now to run this app, you could either run it here in the Android Studio in your IDE. That will be the best. But also you will later on need to run it in Xcode. Okay, so I'll talk about that. So let's try this one first, make sure everything could run. Now, one issue from my experience is when you do the development, you normally use one environment, for example, Android. If you don't use the other one for a while, when you start to run this one for the first time, there had to be some errors, okay? Because there are actually a lot of library, for example, imported. A lot of the library, they have a different setup for both platforms. Remember when we did the Firebase, it actually need you to set up a lot of files for Android folder. You need to do the same thing for the iOS. Some other library also have a similar configuration. So if something is broken, don't worry. So you just need to go back to check the reason, and especially focus on these little libraries, and then make sure everything works. So I actually haven't run this one for a while, and hopefully we don't have a lot of things broken. But then if you see things broken in another platform, that's pretty typical. It's just because some of the setup is not done. So that's why, for Flutter or same thing for React Native, it sounds like a great platform to support both platform, but it can't be perfect that you just do Flutter. You have to do this platform specific configurations for some of the features. That until one day that we merge Google and Apple, I don't think there are much things you can do about it. But so far, Flutter, I have to say that it's already saved you tons of work. Okay, it's if you need to learn another thing, Swift, Xcode, that's actually a lot of things to learn. I tried it once, I just gave up. I feel that's too much. And also this library here from Flutter, a lot of things has been simplified a lot. All right, so it's kind of a slow for the first time. Okay, now it shows up. All right, so the same app. Okay, let me run it. Okay, I'm going to log in with John and then gmail.com. And password is 1234567 and then try to log in. All right, so this one works. I'm going to click on Paris. This one also works. I'm not sure about the photo. Okay, I didn't test it, but let me try it anyway. So I'm going to take a photo. No, it doesn't work. All right, so this one here, bad state, no element, something like that. Right, so as you can see, when I click on a button and
Hello? Hey, Patty.
all right, let's
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna run the
I can try transferring it.
All right, I mute everyone. Don't worry. So, all right, and then sorry, where are we talking about? The yes, break the bug. Okay, so let's fix it. And where are we? So this issue here. Okay, they get all this things here, and so you know these things. A lot of those are specifically to the iOS. When you see this code. Okay, so let's see if there anything like clear tells us the error. Okay, my guess is the camera part. Okay, let me fix the camera part first. Let's go back to the Flutter camera. Okay, so if you remember, we were using the Flutter camera module. Okay, so this one, and then let's see. So remember, when you did the Android, you have to specify this one, but we did not do this one. So you had to specify some of this, you know, permissions in the iOS. Okay, in the iOS, they have this file here called plist, info.plist. So I go to iOS, I go to this project folder, and this is the file I'm talking about. So this one specifies a lot of the permissions, right? So let me just add this ones here, okay? All right, so let me run this again, see if that can help. Restart it. You know what, just to be safe, guys, I just want to restart it. So this is the thing I talk about, right? A lot of dependency you added, you only configure for one plan format at a time and didn't do the other one. So maybe the best practice every time we do it, just add both so that you don't forget about it. And even better practice is you always test both platforms, and then so that you don't have to wait till the end to do the debugging, which is pretty difficult right now. Okay, so hopefully we're lucky today. All right. Let's try one more time. Gmail. All right, Paris and photo, no. All right, so bad state, no element. This is not even like a saving the images. Okay, so let me find the code. Okay, so this one is right here. Right, so it's still talking about getting the cameras. Okay, so did we miss anything? This one is camera. For the LS, add these 2 rows here, and is there anything special about getting this for the iOS? All right, so let me just do this very quick, okay, and search it. If we can find it, we'll do it. Otherwise, I'm not gonna waste the time to debug this one. All right, and then we can just disable that feature. This one is not about iOS. Let's see. Find more, maybe a little bit more tutorials. Okay, so does this one provide anything for the iOS? Camera plugin. All right, so this is the same thing. So we need to add this descriptions, which we already did. And then that's it, right? So available cameras, and then you're sending the camera here, the first one. I think that's it, right? So Let's try one more time. What I'm gonna do is this time I will not use this one to run it. Okay, I'm gonna use Xcode to run it. So basically, this whole project generated here inside this LS folder. You can also open it in the Xcode IDE. So if you right click here, choose Flutter, and then you can say open the LS module in Xcode. So Xcode is the official IDE for the LS development using Swift. So here's the tool. Right, some of you probably have done this before. So as you can see, like all the project here is the same thing. Now, let me open this file, make sure we got this right. Okay, and now I'm gonna try to run the app here. Okay, so if still doesn't work, I'll have to debug it later. Okay, so it's something about the camera. So let's try it. So I'm gonna run this app from here. Hopefully nothing is wrong here. Okay, warning, don't worry about it. Yeah, this is gonna take some time for the first time. Looks good. Let me try this again. I think it probably will still break if this permission doesn't solve the issue. I think nothing really changed. So try one more time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and then quick comparison here. This all looks good. All right, so I'm gonna do the photo again. Let me try to send a message and see if that works. Okay. Okay, so this one actually works, and it's just the photo part. Okay, so it breaks again. All right, so let me see if we can find anything here. Yeah, I think the same thing here. We can't really find available photos. Not sure if anything related with the emulator. Okay, so let me check the emulator the preferences. Oh, maybe we have to enable it. So let me try this. Okay, so does this emulator has a camera? Oh yeah, maybe because this one doesn't have a camera. That's why. So there has to be a way to simulate it, right? So let me try this. So iOS emulator camera. Oh, it doesn't have a camera. Okay, so that's why. All right. So that's good to know. So looks like it's just because this one doesn't have a camera. That's why you can't really get available one. This is kind of weird. Interesting. I didn't even know that this one doesn't have a. Can we do this one? Okay, you can. Okay, wow. I'm surprised that they can't they don't support this. Okay, anyway, let's assume the app works. Okay, now let's move on to the next step. So I'm gonna open this tutorial. Okay, so Flutter publish iOS. All right, so go to here. This is the same link again, and then not same link. Last time we're looking at Android. This time is iOS. Okay, so some of the preliminaries. You need to have an Apple account, the developer account. That's the account I showed you multiple times. You have to log in here, and then you can apply for this developer account. You just need to pay for $99, okay, per year. And then you can do individual account. You can also do a this enterprise account. I have an enterprise account. The difference enterprise account, you can add more people. Okay, so that's why I put some of you here. All right, so let's come back to here. Let's start to follow the steps one by one. Now, first of all, register your app on the App Store Connect. Okay, so you have to manage everything here. So, okay, so let's do just like this one here. Okay, which one should we start? Okay. You define your app name and description, everything here. Okay, so maybe we start from here. Okay, we go to the App Store Connect, this one here. Okay, let's go to here. All right, so I think you're supposed to go to my apps. All right, and this is the app published, and then this one I think is one of you send it here. Okay, so we can add a new app. All right, so should we do new app or new app bundle? So that's a good question. So all right, so this is this step here. Okay, so I think we missed something. So we need to first register a bundle ID. So open the app IDs page here and then click new. Let me just use this link to be safe, which one they're talking about. All right, so this one is, this is the identifiers, I guess. All right, so let's see. Follow this one here. App IDs and create a new bundle ID. Enter the app, select the explicit ID, and then click on continue. Register to register a bundle ID. Okay, so we need to register the bundle ID first. So that basically that's just like a unique ID for the app. I think you can use this some wildcard like this. You can also do a new one. So I'm gonna do a new one, okay? So you need to find out your bundle ID in your project, okay? So normally you can find that pretty easily, like something like this. This is the bundle ID. This is like the Android package name or application ID, same thing. So let's add it right here. Okay, so I'm gonna add this app IDs, continue, and then give a description. So this is CS 4990 demo. I'm gonna do explicit ID just like this. All right, so here you have to choose some of the services. Wow, that's a lot. Which one should we choose? Let's see, how do we know which service do we use? Gosh, I don't think we use most of this, right? We just use the Firebase, it doesn't show up. So most of these are probably related with Apple service. Let's just continue and register. Oh, this is not available. At the invalid value. So that means this name is not available. So do we need to change? Is that because it's taken or let me see. Or is that because of lowercase? Okay, let me try a different one. Okay, as if this is because it's taken. So I'm gonna do this one here, register. Oh, this one worked. Okay, so that means the other one is already taken. All right, who took that bundle ID? Does that mean I can change it? Okay, so I'm gonna do a change here. Okay, so do it 222. Okay, hopefully that works. All right, anyway, it's just an ID. It shouldn't matter too much as long as you make sure it's unique. All right, so this part is done, and then we go to the here to create a new app. Okay, so this is the page I showed you earlier, right here, and then click and add a new app. Okay, so this is for iOS only. CS 0 CPP. I don't even know this one will be approved, but let's just try it anyway. Our primary language, bundle ID. So we could choose this one. Why does it only shows a few of those? It doesn't show all of those. Okay, let me see the documentation. So we do have a lot of this. Is that because we are account? So I think we are under here. Okay. Interesting. we I'm gonna do one more time, okay? Does this even work? Try this one here. Okay, this one's already taken. No, let me go back, double check. So why the thing doesn't all show up? So we do have this one here. Okay. And here when you choose the bound ID. So did I miss anything? So sorry, who uploaded the free mind app? Is there anything special we need to do for the bound ID? Why it doesn't shows up? Yeah, Nick, do you remember anything special you did? It doesn't load all the IDs. Okay. Maybe let me just refresh it. Let me just refresh it. Okay. New app. Okay, now it shows up, and then it only shows this one. Why is that? Okay, yeah. Anyway, so that's good. So just kind of a slow. All right, CPP CS 4990 demo. All right, language choose English, and SKU number. It's not visible on the App Store. Do we need to provide that? I think this is just something you provide yourself, right? All right, so I'm gonna do full access and then iOS. All right, so let me create this one. All right, so you got this one. And then the next step will be this part here. I think you probably need to do a little bit more. But then the good thing that we had done some of those before, so it just follow the steps, okay? Now the privacy URL, I think we had that. So I'm gonna use the one we created last time. Right here, we got this host's privacy URL. All right, so this one here, I'm gonna use it. All right, subtitle, optional, I'm not gonna do it. So bundle ID here, SKU, age reading, this part, we don't need to do it. And that's it, right? So I'm gonna save it. Invalid? Oh, yeah, sorry. So save this again. All right, cool. Now this is all done. All right, so category. Oh, we ought to choose this one, education, developer tools. All right, and then save it. Okay, so now pricing and availability. Let's also choose some of those. It's a free pre-order available for all of those. All right, so let's just save this one. Now, again, let's follow the tutorial here. Add the app and then choose this one. This is finished that we already did, okay? And now it asks you to go back to review the code project settings. And so right here, look at the some of the name, okay? All right, so they're talking about this part here. You just need to look at this one if you don't have map. Don't worry. I just want to give you some ideas on the difference between the two process. So this one display name, we can change this one. Okay. So I think this one is a lot better to do it in Xcode. That's what they require. Review the Xcode project settings. And then here, and then the bundle identifier, make sure this one is like this. Okay. Now the signing process, this is very important. Now, because you have to, again, do all the signings process again, just like the Android, but then in Xcode, it's easier. So you go to the signing, and then all you need to do is choose your development team, which iOS account you're using. Okay, I'm actually using this account. all right? And then it can actually help you to automatically sign everything for you. So this is really nice, okay? So automatically manage signing. So that way it simplified a lot of process. Oh, display name, you mean this one here? So where does that says that change the display name to anything other than runner? Because not to run with the Flutter tools. Oh, I see. So if we do runner, okay, anyway, I'll keep that way, okay? Let's keep it like this. Automatic ascending, team, development target, all of those. So this one should be done. I don't think there's anything else. So this is the really nice part about Xcode, this part here, okay? So it really get everything done for you. So you don't have to manually run the command, everything, okay? So this part here, let's just leave it here, all right? So target, this is kind of the same. Just double check, make sure everything is right. Okay, then updating the app's name. In the main, select this file, rename the bundle name field. Okay, so it asks you to change the name right here. Okay, so it's this one. Oh, that's how they change the app name. So I'm going to change this one to CPP. It says 4990 demo. Okay. All right, updating version number. This one we don't need to change it. Okay, so this one is already there. Icon, we already did it. Oh, but I think we have to, you know, do it here. So first of all, let's actually make sure our app has the right icon. I think we have, right? So this one, a little weird. It has a black background. Okay, but it said that you need to go to the assets runner. Let's see. I think that's already done with you know, yeah, this one here. So this is really nice, guys. Otherwise, you actually have to manually provide all these files and then make them ready here. Okay, but remember we use this package here called the Flutter launcher icon. This one helps us to generate all the files and put it here. I don't think we need to do anything else for this. Even though this black looks really weird, I'm not gonna fix it, okay? So verify it, and then I'm gonna run this one more time, just to make sure the app name are also being changed. All right, let me try this again. Yeah, this background, I don't know, it's because my the images we provide or anything else. All right, so cool. Looks like the app name has been updated. Okay, let me show you. So go here. Oh, this is so hard to use. Okay, so you can see the app name is right here. Doesn't look very good. Why there's no space? Okay, let me just change it. Yeah, I'll just leave it like this. Doesn't matter. Okay, so for us, I think they probably rejected for some other reasons. All right, and then after all of this are done, and then create a build archive. Okay, so this part here, you could do the command line. Okay, to do it, you could also do the Xcode. I think the Xcode probably would be a lot better. Okay, so let's try this. So go to the Xcode and then product scheme runner. Okay, let's try this. Product scheme runner and check it. All right, and then product destination generic iOS device. Product destination generic iOS device. And then runner, select runner target, identify identity section, update the version number, build number. So I thought we already did that. It's right here. Okay, so we already finished that. And then let's do product archive. Product archive. Oops, this is not good. Yeah, we don't want to see this one. Binding for iOS, but the linked embedded framework was built for. What does that mean? All right. Okay, the project bundle. Oh, I see. Because we changed the bundle ID. Okay. All right. So yeah, it's kind of a bad. Okay, this bundle ID really causes the issue. Why that idea was being used? So confused. All right. So they're complaining about the Firebase. Okay, let's register another one. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the Firebase. Okay, go to this one here. The good thing is you can find this error message. Otherwise, it will be so hard to debug it. Okay, so go to here. Now, this is the one we created. I don't think we can change it, so I'm gonna just add another one. The bundle ID 222. All right. All right, so I'm gonna download this file here. All right, I will, you know what? I'm just gonna update the content. How could we just see the, open the text file, okay. As you can tell, I'm actually not very familiar with the whole OS thing, but at the end, it's not too bad. It's if you've done this for a couple of times, it's actually pretty straightforward. So I'm gonna copy this in and then update it, the current Google service file. Okay, so I'm gonna open that source code. I'm gonna override everything here. Okay, so let's stop. And then I'm just gonna go to archive, product, archive. Okay, so hopefully this time, oh, it fails again. All right, see what happened this time. All right, so let's actually rerun everything, okay? So let me clean the build folder and then just try to run it again. How do we see the message? Okay, so, but the linked and the embedded framework was built for iOS emulator. Okay, that's, I guess this sounds like a common error. Okay, so let's see. So, iOS, the linked embedded hopefully we can see the solution. Okay. All right, so here's the solution, and then you do Flutter run debug. This one here, and okay, so they want to remove all of this. Okay, so it looks like that was the answer. All right, let's try that. Okay, so they want you to remove this whole folder. All right, let's try that. So basically, looks like some kind of this one here. Let me go to the terminal. All right, so they're talking about this iOS folder. There is runner app.framework, or Flutter, actually. App framework, okay. We want to remove the whole thing. Okay, let's just try it. I assume those ones are, okay, let's just remove the whole thing. All right, that solved our problem. So all of this, it's pretty typical. Just go ahead to, try the answers. Okay, looks like we passed that one. All right, let's cross the fingers. Well, these are the reason the issues come from Flutter, because this is a totally different build system environment, and you're just generating everything from Flutter, and it's impossible for the two things to keep like totally consistent and compatible. So I'm not surprised to have all these issues. Besides, you're adding all these different dependencies that is designed and developed for both platforms. Okay, so it's definitely very challenging. Okay. So again, the best way is just constantly testing the app in both platforms rather than wait to the last minute. It will be very hard to debug. All right, so we're almost there, guys. Hopefully, we can get this uploaded. So if this one passed, it automatically going to send this build to the App Store Connect. So that part actually is simpler than Android. Almost. All right. Some kind of a keychain, just like the key store we did. Still building. Okay, very good. So this is successful, guys. The version is here. All right, so let's try. I think the next step will be distributed. Oh, wait, where does it go? Okay, so it's right here. Okay, I think the next step will be to distribute it. Okay, let's just follow the steps here. Okay, we're done with this one, and then you have to validate it first and then distribute it. Okay, let's do it. So let's validate the app. All right, so let's just do this automatically. Definitely choose automatically signing. Okay, that's why I think using the S code doing all of this is simpler. Okay, to get a copy of a private keys. Gosh, what does that mean? This one has 3 certificates. Okay, some of you also created, but their private keys are not listed. And so should we create a new one? Distribution certificate. So, but then the tutorial, I know what they're talking about, but the tutorial didn't tell us about the certificate. All right. So maybe some part here. I saw that we already did that one, signing certificate. So that's a part. Okay, so let me go back. Signing certificate. this one use app development. And so, Nick, do you remember what you did for this certificate? I saw you also created one. Okay, so do we need to add a new one? Let's try it. Okay, we need to add what? Apple development? Distribution, right? Okay, let me try this one here. Need to upload a file. I thought this one has already been taken care of by the auto signing process. So let me see here. You did it from archive part. How? Is there a menu that allows you to do it? That's what I remember. Do I have to go through this again? Let's try it. Maybe you can add it there. Why you need to go through this one more time? See. All right, so let's try that again. Now, I'm gonna do the validate one more time, okay? And then analyzing signature, it will ask about the certificate. Can I do manage? Oh, I can add, right? Okay, so that's probably what we should do. All right, now, no idea what this one means. So it one has three Apple Digital Certificate, but their private keys are not installed. So, okay, so it looks like we gotta have one. Yeah, we definitely need to manage this whole thing here. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3. Nick, do you remember how you create this one? Should we try the distribute? time. Okay, just add it, right? So to this one here, add one, but this time it doesn't work anymore. You already have a current distribution certificate for pending. For pending? Oh, maybe means that it's not being approved. Let's see. So which one? Looks like, let me see, the distribution. Okay, so only this one's here. We only have this 3 distribution, right? This one, this one, this one, and current iOS distribution. This is for development. Oh, maximum number certificate generated. Okay, that's why. All right, guys. So yeah, it's kind of unexpected. So it looks like you can only have 3 maximum. So let me see if I can delete one. Okay, if I delete one, what's gonna happen? So because some of them I've already published. Gosh, let's see. So we need to do. I'm gonna delete this one here. Okay, this one because we have already published this app. Let me download it first. I'm gonna revoke it. We will invalidate it and then related service or provisions. Okay, would that be a big deal because the app already published? Okay. All right, so let's do this, guys. So is Luke? So let me see. Is Lucas here also in the class right now? I probably need to delete one of this so that we can now share with one. Okay. Yeah, Lucas, have you did you send the free mind or oh no, sorry, Nick sent it, right? You haven't sent it yet, right? Okay. Let me I'm gonna let's do this. So probably my understanding is I'm gonna send this certificate to all of you, and then you can install that in your keychain somehow, and then use that one for the development for the publisher. So we should all use the same certificate rather than create different ones. That's why they limit the number. Okay. So let me if you don't mind, I'm gonna revoke one of the distribution. Let's just see if that works. Okay. So let me try. Okay, Lucas, I'm gonna try yours first. Okay, I'm gonna revoke this one first, and then we can create another one and download it. All right, so try one more time here. Oh no, sorry, Lucas, yours was not like a distribution. It doesn't matter. It's a distribution one, so it's Nick. Okay, I'm gonna try yours. Okay. Sorry, not Lucas' account. It's Nick's account. So I think Lucas was on the development. So distribution. Let me sort it. Okay, distribution. This three because this two has app published. I don't know if big effect. So I'm not gonna risk it. Okay, so Nick, I'm gonna choose yours first. Okay, and then revoke it, and then we're gonna create another one, so that I should be able to send that to you. So let me try this one more time. Okay, so I will do this one. Just make sure this thing goes through. And then I think I need to send this one to you here, okay? Right, so I just did this one. I'm gonna download this one, okay? Okay, so this little file, I will send it right away. Nick, what's your email? The first one? Is that, no, is that correct? Nick, just send me your email, okay? I will forward this one to you. So I think you need to put this one somewhere in your computer, into the keychain so that you can use that one. I think that's my understanding. Okay, let's try that. All right, so coming back to as a code. So all of this is done, you upload it. All right. Again, if all goes well, this whole part is really simple. You don't need to do manual work. Okay. So Nick, what's your email? This one, right? That's correct. So let me send this one. So you probably want to look at how to import iOS certificate. Sharing the certificate. Yeah, you need to do this one. Yeah, I need to do a little bit more here. So it's probably not that simple, but this article probably talk about that. All right. Okay, so almost finished. And then I remember we also need to upload the screenshot, everything. So that's will be the last part. Okay. All right. So as said here, cannot be transparent. Now alpha channel with the icon. Okay. It can't be transparent. Okay. So that means we gotta go back to fix our icon. Okay. This is the pain part about the whole iOS. Basically that little icon we provide. That's why it shows black, I think. Okay. So very bad. Okay. Let me see what I can fix. So app icon generator. So font image from or from the project. Now the background, we need to make sure it's white. Okay. Generate, download. All right. And then I'm gonna use this one to replace it. So that one was CPP. Okay, CPP. Sorry, this one here. Copy this one over. Write it. And then we need to run that command again. So the Flutter command. So it's called this one here. All right, so overriding it, and then let's come back here. So if you go back, that should fix it. So go to my assets. I assume that actually fixed it, right? All right, so let's just try one more time. Okay, it's gonna take a while, guys. All right, so, but you know, if you would like to stay, just see other videos, feel free to stay here. Okay, I'm gonna try to finish this one. Um, so the LOS, they're definitely more pickier, as you can tell. Okay, but the good thing is the whole process is getting easier and easier over the years, so it's not actually too bad. Um, and then I think there will be other information for you to fill up for this one here. Some of the screenshot, everything. Let me see here. Prepare the submission. Yeah. So this one we probably need to do it. Okay. So you need a 3 app review, 10 3 app reviews, 10 screenshot here, screenshot, and then yeah, this is a really tricky here because you gotta basically provide the right dimension. Okay. So this one again, use the 2. Okay. So app screenshots iOS generator. We're using this one, looks pretty good. Okay, so let's go here, screenshot builder, go to dashboard. This time we do iOS, and then just select this one here, select a device, upload the screenshots. Let me find my screenshot I deleted the other day. I deleted those screenshots. Where are those screenshots? I think it's this one, right? Let me try this one here, put it back. All right, so I think that's what we have. So let me come back here. So let's try to distribute it again. This one anymore. How can we delete it? Click on next. All right. Wait, what's wrong with the first one? So let's try this again. Okay, so wait, there's some bug here with the there's definitely some bug with this app. And then let me try this one more time. All right, so that's it. And then I'm gonna save and preview export. And then I'll just download it. Oh wait, I think I did that. Load it. See if this one will have any luck. Okay, so they got all of this one. Which one should we choose? And 6.5, right? So they want 6.5. Okay, so let's put this one here. Okay, so is this enough? App reviews. What is app reviews? I think that's it, right? We don't need to do all of those. So I'm gonna save it for now. Okay. Promotion Flutter demo app. CS 4990. Remember, they're gonna read it. Okay, this is not like a. They're pretty serious about this whole thing. Okay, so this optional support URL. I'm gonna put CPP. Hopefully that shows some. So all of this, I'm not gonna do it for now. Go back here. All right, so icon. Well, I saw we already changed it, right? So anyway, let me run this one more time, make sure it actually was changed. I'm gonna change it. Okay, so all right, guys, I'll be right back, guys. If you prefer to go, but if you want to stay, check out, and then we can do it together. All right, so let's try it one more time, and then this one failed. We don't have the same issue. Why this one happens? Okay. All right, guys. So Nick and Lucas, if you're still here, okay, I'm gonna follow this one, and I need to open the keychain. Choose find out the certificate, distribution certificate. I think it's this one. That's the one we did today. Okay, and then also it's a private key. So it's talking about this one here, I guess. Right click, export to items. And then I'm gonna put that on the desktop. Actually, Okay, and then get a password, and then optional. I'm gonna do a no password. Is that okay? So I think this is the one, guys. You probably can just import this one. Okay, I imported. Double click on the file, and then I didn't set the password, so you're okay. And then you have this one here. Log into here, provisional profile, and follow these steps. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna send this one to you one more time. Okay, so this is a P12 file. Okay, hopefully that works. All right, so let me go back. I thought we fixed. Okay, so what happened with that? That little background, is that because our files are not the right size? I thought they would do the right side for us. You know what? Let's just be safe. Okay, Apple icon generator. This is actually gonna give us. Oh, the email. Yeah, different one. This is a much better site. Okay, so let's see. This one has already been like processed. Is that gonna still work? me see. Where did we get this image initially? CPP local.
Professor, I have a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So for the Google Play, I accepted invitation. Now do you have to confirm it or?
I don't need to confirm it. You just go ahead and log in.
Okay, let me try.
Yeah, let me know if it doesn't work. Okay, so this one might be a better one. I'm gonna try this one more time. Generate again. And then try to run this. Okay, I think it's better now. I think it looks like the icons are bigger. Okay. Let's see what the app looks like. The icon. Okay, so this time it's much better. Okay. So maybe some of the dimension, okay, we need to be careful. All right, so let's do one more time. And I need to change back to here to do the archive. Oh, all right, so this error is easy. Now just delete that folder. I don't know how that happens, okay. So delete that folder, archive. All right, so looks like we got some errors. What was the error here? Emulator? Let me see. Getting my app running on emulator. So what's the error here? You can't run the app on emulator.
Professor, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so it was I actually emailed you earlier, and I actually got to work briefly,
Okay.
and then I tried it yesterday, and then once again I couldn't run it. So yeah, I'm not really sure what happened. All I know is after I made the alterations from the Do Your Google Play tutorial, I made those
Right.
alterations to the all those background files like manifest XML and stuff like that.
Okay.
I changed the package name from com.example to something else.
Oh.
Did all that, and I got the app bundle created, and Google Play accepted it. But right now I'm trying to run it, and it's just not working.
Oh, so it's actually already published, right?
Yeah, like here's the thing, like it created
Oh.
the app bundle, and when I submitted it to Google Play, it accepted it. And then but right now I'm trying to run it, and it's like it's just getting hung up. Like it either runs installing build app outputs APK app.apk and takes forever. And even if it does finish, it'll say something like, I think I posted it in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really not sure what's going on. So
All right.
I'm wondering if
But
it's actually my code or just the emulator or just there's an update that's messing things up. I'm really not sure.
okay.
But
Let's
like my app was pretty much done prior to this.
okay.
It was basically done. Like I actually verified everything, it worked. But
Mm.
yeah, so I'm not sure. I mean, would Google Play accept the app bundle if something was wrong?
Well, that's a good question. So they should have some automated. The main thing is, can you run that app bundle or not? And if this is only an emulator issue, have you tried that with your phone? Do you have the same issue?
I don't have an Android phone.
I don't have Android. Okay.
I have a Windows phone, so I always use an emulator. But
Got
the
it.
emulator I was using was working fine prior to this. Like that's how I was testing everything. It was working.
So
But
this,
now it's like just
yeah, this one
issues.
here has a free storage. Does that mean the emulator doesn't have a space anymore?
I did actually try and increase the amount of space, but it already looked like it had a lot of space to begin with.
Can you uninstall all the development apps from the emulator and try it again? Would that be?
I actually tried something like that. I went to the AVD manager and wiped the data,
Oh, okay.
and then I'm still running into issues.
Usually, did you say that you solve it somehow?
At one point, I thought I did because originally the issue was that it couldn't connect. It couldn't connect to the emulator at all.
Mm-hmm.
That issue was solved when I ran Flutter pub get,
Okay.
because then it recreated a .dart tool, and then I was able to get it running, and that's how I got the screenshots,
Right.
so I could publish it. So it was working then. I even made some. I even added a feature to my code, and that was working. And then that's when I tried to submit it again, and then I got another notification that I needed to change the package name, so I did that, and then I started running into the issue again where I couldn't run my app.
Right. Okay. Well, give me 1 minute. I can take a look at your screen very quickly later on to see anything I can find. Okay. Let me see if I can get this thing sent. So, let me choose the file here. So which one should we use? Should I just try this one? Oh, must be 1020. Okay, so all right. Let me save this again, see if we're missing anything else. There has to be a place that we choose the version using one of the tools. We already uploaded. Now, let me come back, make sure everything works. Remember, that was a version that you can. Submit a review. Submit for this build here. So let me make sure I choose the right build. How do I see the build? I remember there was a place that I can see all the build. Yeah, right here. So you can see this build right here, and that's been processing build number 2. And so there was a place you had to choose it. I think that's already uploaded. So it's a version, no problem. So it looks like I think these are connected. So there is a review over here, and then there's a build. So I'm gonna go ahead to submit to see what happens. Yeah, so yeah, that's the button. So it doesn't shows up, a little buggy here. Okay, so all right. Okay. So you also need to provide 5.5. Provide iPad. Does that give us? Yeah, very likely this will be rejected, but at least we prepared everything. Okay, some more questions? No? All right, so then finally we submit it. Okay, so we'll see what happens. Very likely they probably will reject it somehow, but for different reasons. Okay. All right, so do you want to share